Hello, Demon Hunters, and I need to change some controls here, but welcome back to Diablo 3. So it looks like I'm actually going to have to start back from the beginning because the beta has different save files than the actual full release game. So here I am with my level 1 character again. Here's my banner back here that I made. And let's see, can I change the controls from here? Just real quick, because the start game button is F9. I don't know where to change controls. Start game button is F9, and right here maybe. Yep. All right. Options, controls, and apparently that brings up some menu there. So let's see if we can change that wherever it may be. Where's the F9 button? Oh, there it is. Alright, so it's toggle achievements. Yeah, let me just change it to dash or something, or minus, yeah, whatever. Okay, accept, and alright, let's get started. So, in the future, just as a FYI type thing, I might be playing with these guys right here. This is Cole, and this is Paul. I play Killing Floor with them. This one's Foon, this one's Vercingetorix. If you've ever seen some of those videos, I might play with them in the future, as well as Silence and Chisel and all those people. But for now, I am going to stay with the single-player campaign. So, let's get started.
My family was butchered by Hellspawn. To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister and left me frightened and alone until I was rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons. And they forged me into a weapon. Now, I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now I am the hunter.
Alright. So let's get started with this game, just in case you didn't know.
Dead reek like this. The fallen star is near.
Just for you guys who don't know, I am Dark Blue Wolf, aka Nathan, and I make the videos on the video games. And hey, let's get started with killing stuff. That was actually our very first enemy. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with undead for the most part. I don't know if that's going to be throughout the entire game or just the first part of the game, but I guess we'll find out really. I have never played Diablo 1 or Diablo 2. I played the Diablo 3 beta, and I've played Torchlight as well. But beyond that, I don't have too much experience with this kind of stuff, so...
I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
Uh-oh.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
So I'm actually going to be quiet during cutscenes, or at least dialogue like that, just so you guys can hear it, because I know it can be a little bit annoying when commentators talk over that kind of stuff. So I'm definitely going to I'm going to keep that to a minimum.
Never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Thanks, bro.
Burn those corpses before they rise again.
Sounds like fun times, man. So what's this?
The dead have been a bane on our existence since that cursed fire fell. We have to burn them, just to make sure they don't rise from the grave.
Alrighty, that sounds
I came here
good.
to study the fall of old Tristram. This is closer to the town's history than I want to be.
I don't know, I like the combat. Are you saying you don't like Diablo 3?
Disgrace. What faith can save us now? It is the end of the world. Can't you see that?
Blah blah blah. So here's a merchant. Well, not blah blah blah. They actually have pretty good voice actors. But here's a merchant. We don't need to buy anything from him right now. What else? We got some health potions for the future. This is our stash, which we can store stuff in if it's anything like torchlight. Although torchlight is like this, not the other way around, mostly.
Your cart is blocking the way. Move it.
How dare you speak to me like that? I'm the mayor of this town.
Then you should be out there fighting.
Are you mad? This town is doomed. Anyone with a grain of sense should be trying to get out. Will you help me or not?
No. You deserve whatever dark fate comes to you.
Yeah, so our character's actually pretty, you know, merciless. Although if you saw that intro video for his past, it would make a lot of sense. You know, his family got slaughtered.
Tristram used to be such a wonderful place to live. My family has been here since the town grew out of the ruins of old Tristram. But now, it's horrible. The loved ones we've buried and grieved over now threaten our lives.
So sorry to hear that. Oh, look at these guys. They're kind of twitching. I don't know about these guys.
Have you come to help us? The other adventurers who came through here didn't look so deadly.
I don't care what anyone says. That thing that fell from the sky was no rock. A rock doesn't cause the dead to leave their graves.
Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the Fallen Star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but...
Watch out! The wounded are turning!
Uh-oh, they're turning. So it is an infection. It's not, you don't have to be already dead to turn.
Become more formidable.
Ooh. Dang! First level up.
Business.
Let's see. Alright, so we can go ahead and unlock a new skill. So like I said before, I'm going to be playing with some people, and they're focusing on area of effect attacks, and in that case I'm going to focus on single DPS attacks. So, I at this point I don't really have a choice, really, but I'll go ahead and unlock Impale. There's that. That's going to be our right-click attack. Don't really have a choice of what skill to use there. But if you... I did a few videos on the beta for this game. I didn't get all the way through it because I thought I would just continue where I left off in this playthrough. But yeah, obviously that didn't happen. But I already explained some of the basics in that game, so...
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Let's go speak to Captain Rumford at the gate, but first, let's go read Leah's book.
We've been under siege for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Yeah, so, wait, what button? Yeah, I did as well, okay. So, if you've played Diablo 1 or Diablo 2, you would recognize the name Deckard Cain, because he's basically the old man at the beginning of the game that tells you...
Don't you dare lift a finger to help our mayor fix his wagon. My brother died defending this town, while that bloated coward tried to run away.
Aww, you're invincible. Why don't you start fighting? Look, she's invincible. I can't even hurt her. She's pretty tough. She's pretty tough. Alright, so...
Promise Marco I'd protect him, but now he's dead.
16 militiamen.
Now he's dead. I can't even remember what I was saying, actually. But, I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a really good experience.
What can I do to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry. I will avenge their deaths.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the
Yeah,
barricades!
the first time I heard that line, I thought they were being kind of figurative when they said they're vomiting horrors, but they're actually being completely literal, which is funny. Let's see. So it looks like combat actually does not like frames in my game, unfortunately. But we can make it work.
There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
we can make it work. So what I did in Torchlight, I'm just going to re-explain everything that I explained in the beta videos. But what I did... Oh, new lore.
I, Deckard Cain, have spent many years traveling and writing about the strange creatures in our world. But the sight of the wretched mothers still haunts me. They are the remnants of Queen Asilla's slaughtered handmaidens who were twisted by foul magic. Now they feast upon cadavers and regurgitate them as newly formed, risen dead.
Alrighty, and another one.
I will never forget
My
the
hatred
first
is
time
too
I
low.
saw these horrors shambling out of the misty woods. Our loved ones, buried long ago, rose from their graves and began to attack the living. However, the risen dead were only the beginning.
Yep, so, as I was saying, what I tended to do in Torchlight, which is obviously very similar to this game if you didn't know, what I tended to do in that game, as far as equipment went, is I usually just waited until my inventory was full, and that's when I would start switching things out. Just because if you do it every time you find a new item, it gets really tedious and gets really repetitive after a while, and I don't want that to happen in this game, because this game looks very promising to me. So, let's go down this little musty cellar and see what we can find. Any books? No. Alright, what's this right here? Inventory? Oh, right, yeah. Didn't mean to... Don't really care about that. But what the hell is this? Okay, so what those are I think uncommon. Oh, what are they called actually? They might be called uncommon monsters or something like that. Excuse me, kind sir. Ow! He just freaking knocked me back. What a jerk. Wow, I just broke the chair. All right, so yeah, I honestly can't remember what those special types of enemies are called, but they're the ones that have specific names, and they're a little bit stronger than their grunty counterparts. But, you know, we'll pick up the terminology as we go. But, yeah, had the same thing. I feel like Torchlight, after playing this in Diablo, or not playing Diablo 2, but after seeing more of Diablo 2, I just feel like Torchlight is kind of a rip-off. Because of exactly how similar the two games are, or the 4 games are technically, because there's 3 Diablos. But I just feel like they're a little bit too similar. I did enjoy Torchlight, definitely, but I know Diablo came out first, and it just looks like a blatant copy, which is okay because the game's fun. Diablo games are fun, but anyway.
Dear reader, I am Abdalhazir, adventurer, scholar, and researcher. I share my knowledge of this incredible world and its creatures through my insightful missives, often at grave risk to myself. Why, I was recently in Honduras, where my tents were ransacked by vicious quill fiends. I was able to beat them off with a shoe, but a less bold man would have fared far worse.
Oh, Indian guy. Oh, Carl. Oh, Cole earned an achievement. Right. I didn't know that friends achievements actually popped up there. Ignore that. Because that really doesn't have anything to do with us at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, I thought stuff was... Oh my god, I didn't realize this much stuff was going to spawn. I didn't realize there was going to be this much stuff. But like I said last time, I'm going to be focusing on DPS damage, which is basically a term for damage per second classes that focus on one enemy at a time, really, but do a really big amount of damage, as opposed to area of effect classes, which focus more on groups of enemies, but do a little bit less damage, more moderate damage, really. But I am going to be focusing on single targets, because that seems to work pretty well, and once I start playing with Paul and Cole, then we can actually just start destroying everything, because we'll have all our bases covered.